The drama between Katie Price and Gareth Gates is back. And this time, Gareth is furious. He's 41 now, living a settled life with his West End star girlfriend Alana Taylor. But Katie has dragged his name out again on her chaotic live stage tour. And tonight, we're breaking down exactly what happened, why Gareth says this is his biggest regret, and how it all fits into the shambolic story of Katie Price's life. But before we dive in, make sure you hit subscribe right now. This channel is where you'll get every shocking twist, every feud, and every scandal in the world of celebrity. And trust me, you're going to want part 2 of this story, because it only gets wilder from here. Now, let's rewind. Katie Price, 47, is back on the road with her so-called tell-all tour alongside Kerry Katona. Instead of winning fans over, she's been turning heads for all the wrong reasons, arriving late, appearing via FaceTime, and even storming off stage. But the biggest headline came when hecklers in Bradford shouted Gareth Gates' name. Katie didn't hold back. She snapped into the microphone, "F Gareth Gates." Yes, in Gareth's own hometown, Katie Price threw his name into the mud. And for Gareth, that was the final straw. According to insiders, Gareth was left furious when he saw the stories spread online. He knows every time Katie is on stage, there's a risk she'll bring up his name. And every time, it's like ripping open an old wound. Let's not forget how messy this story has always been. Back in 2003, Gareth was just 17 years old, fresh off his rise to fame as the runner-up on Pop Idol. 24, already infamous, and 6 months pregnant with her son Harvey. Rumors swirled about a fling between them. At the time, Gareth denied it flat out, calling it lies. But years later, in 2014, he admitted the truth on the big reunion. He said he had denied it because he didn't want his family to know about his sex life. However, Katie never let him live it down. In her 2021 book, Harvey and Me, she even went as far as to claim their fling kick-started Gareth's career. She painted herself as the star who gave him the publicity boost he needed. For Gareth, that's a line he wishes had never been crossed. He's called it his biggest regret, saying if he had handled it differently, it would have blown over. Instead, it's haunted him for over 2 decades. And now, here he is in 2025, forced to watch Katie drag his name back into the spotlight yet again. But why is Katie doing this now? Some say it's desperation. Katie's live tour has been branded chaotic, with fans demanding refunds after short sets and late arrivals. When the hecklers threw Gareth's name at her instead of laughing it off, she lashed out, knowing the headlines would follow. And she was right. Overnight, Katie Price versus Gareth Gates was everywhere again. For Gareth, who's built a respectable life with a long West End career and a stable relationship, this was devastating. He doesn't want his name tied to Katie Price anymore. But she won't stop using it. And here's where it gets even more complicated. Katie isn't just fighting old battles. Her life right now is a whirlwind of chaos. Her boyfriend, JJ Slater, is reportedly terrified for her health after dramatic weight loss. Katie herself has admitted she doesn't know why she's losing so much weight, undergoing tests and worrying her fans. She's also still tangled in feuds with her children, with daughter Princess keeping her distance, and son Junior focusing on his own career. So why does Katie keep reaching back into the past? Some insiders suggest it's a pattern. When Katie is in crisis, she drags out old scandals to stay in the headlines. And Gareth Gates has been one of her easiest targets. But this time, Gareth is pushing back. Sources close to him have revealed he's sick of it. He's told friends he wishes Katie would move on, stop using his name, and stop humiliating him. After all, he was just 17 at the time. For him, this was not a proud chapter of his life. It was a mistake. And yet, Katie continues to poke at it. In her book, in interviews, and now on stage. Now, let's talk about the impact. Back in the early 2000s, Gareth Gates was a heartthrob, a pop idol with hit singles like Unchained Melody. His fan base was massive, his career on fire. But the scandal with Katie Price followed him like a shadow. Even when he was topping charts, the tabloids dragged the story out, and Gareth says it hurt his relationship with fans and family. By the time he admitted the truth on the big reunion in 2014, the damage was done. His fans had felt lied to, his family embarrassed, and Gareth himself humiliated. That's why today, seeing Katie shout, "F Gareth Gates" on stage isn't just a cheap laugh. It reopens years of shame and regret. And let's be clear, Katie doesn't care. For her, Gareth's name is a tool, a headline, a way to shock a crowd when things aren't going her way. But here's the bigger question: why now? The timing is everything. Katie is in the middle of a messy, controversial tour. She's arriving hours late, canceling appearances, and being accused of letting fans down. Just last week, fans in Whitley Bay demanded money back when she only appeared on stage for half an hour. Others booed when she brushed off her lateness with a blunt, "At least no one died." In that climate, Katie knows she needs headlines to keep people talking. And who better to drag into the chaos than Gareth Gates, the one man who's tried hardest to erase her from his story. And the irony? Gareth lives in her hometown of Bradford. She chose that stage to reignite the feud. For him, it's humiliation all over again, right on his doorstep. But what happens next? Could Gareth finally take legal action to stop her from using his name? Could he issue a public statement demanding she leave him out of it? Insiders say he's considering his options. For now, he's furious, but quiet. Meanwhile, Katie marches on, with JJ Slater at her side, a shrinking frame that's worrying her family, and a tour branded shambolic by fans. And here's the kicker. If Katie doesn't slow down, she risks losing everything: her health, her reputation, and even the few relationships she has left. The Gareth Gates feud is just the latest example of Katie Price's pattern, dragging the past into the present, using old scandals to cover up new chaos. But this time, Gareth isn't laughing. And fans are asking, is Katie Price finally running out of people to blame? So what do you think? Should Gareth speak out once and for all? Or is staying silent the only way to starve Katie of attention? One thing's certain. This feud proves Katie Price thrives on controversy, even if it destroys everyone in her path. Make sure you hit subscribe right now so you don't miss the next chapter in this unbelievable story. Because if history has taught us anything, it's that with Katie Price, the drama is never, ever over.